day, welcome back to the FM20 Road to Glory with Aston Villa. We are currently about to take charge of our first proper season with Aston Villa in the Premier League. And yeah, we've done some business, boys. We've done some business. We've got rid of a lot of deadwood as well, which is a good thing. We've had a very good pre-season. We've had a 7-0 win against Galatasaray. Yeah, we're doing alright. But the board were actually unhappy with a lot of signings, players that we sold. They've been quite angry with a lot of them, but a lot of them, I don't know why, because they were never going to play. But I feel like we have still managed to improve the team, and we've actually massively cut down the wage bill, and we've managed to make a lot of money as well. When I took over, Villa were 90 million or so in the red. I did manage to get it back into the black rather than to the white, according to the game. We're about 5 million in profit. But at the moment, we've dropped back down again to about 2 million because we made another signing. But that's looking a lot better than it was when I first took over, put it that way. And it looks like we will definitely pass financial fair play, so that's a good thing. But before I do show you all these transfers, you know what to do. Please hit that like button. Again, it massively helps out the video. It helps it boost up in the search rankings so more people can see it. And obviously, if you haven't already done so, press the subscribe button. The more subscribers I have, the more likes I have, the more views I have, the more videos I'm willing to make, and the more videos I'll be motivated to make as well. So that's all good. Right, history. Let's have a quick look. Shall we change it to released players first? Tom Heaton retired. He's now a very poor goalkeeping coach. Candreva, I don't know why Villa ever signed this guy. He's way too old. To be honest, 35. He'll turn 36 this year, and he's gone down to the Championship with Middlesbrough. Jack Clark, a youngster who he looks alright. He can definitely do a job at some clubs, but maybe not here. He's 23 now. He was young, so he's same age as me now, so he ain't gonna make it. This guy was never gonna make it either. I think a lot of them. Scott Hogan, another big one. He was on a big chunk of wage, 30 years old now, and he scored 5 goals for Sheffield Wednesday last year. Maybe could still do a job League One, bottom end of the Championship maybe, but that's pretty much it, I think. And obviously players like we had Socrates on loan, 100 grand a week. We had a lot of players who they was on ridiculous wage pretty much. So I'll go through the sales now. Danny Drinkwater's on 120k. We managed to get him to go on loan, but they're only paying 20% of his wage. But he is his deal runs out at the end of the season. So that's the good thing. So he'll probably never play for us again. Dennis Mann, it was a signing made by the previous manager. How much did we sign him for? 5.5 million. So he's made a little bit of a profit. He's gone to my old club, Cardiff. He's actually done alright. He's done okay. The first season he looked decent, I suppose. The second season maybe not. But he didn't play a single game for me. His stats were still alright. He's still fairly young as well, so he's got a little bit of potential to hopefully get him back up into the Premier League standard. But he is probably more Championship. So that's what we decided to sell him. Plus, he's not going to fit into our system. Kalinic has gone because he was on a big chunk of wage as well. He was on about 35k with us, I think. So he's gone to West Ham. He was never going to play. He's just going to be on the bench if we did keep him. So he's gone. Bradley Dack was an interesting one. He played a fair few games for me last season. He came off the bench for most of them. But 50 million, and he was valued at 15 million as well. Still is valued at 50 million. So I just thought, 28, he'll turn 29 this year, I believe. Yeah, in the next 6 months. So I was like, is it time to get rid? He is a good player, and he can fit in our system, but I could probably get someone younger who's worth more on cheaper wage. He was on about 50k, so we got rid of him as well. 50 million, not too shabby. Andre Green, sold him. I think his time had come. 24 years old now. He's not the youngster that he used to be. Still young, but obviously he had a lot of potential back in the day. But he's still alright. He could probably still do a job for a Championship team, maybe even top end League One. Jake Doyle-Hayes, again, another youngster who never quite pushed it all the way through, but still, stats are very good. He's probably at a good club in Kilmarnock. He's probably one of the best players, to be fair. But he's done well to get a job there, a place there. Sorry. This guy, my head of youth actually sold for me, but yeah, he didn't look great. I could have used him as a wing back, but again, his technicals are lacking big time, and he's not got great amounts of potential. So he's gone to Burnley, which is interesting. Now, Aaron Ramsey, who I was really eager and really keen to use this season, he's gone to Leicester for £35 million, I think it was. Yeah, £35 million, Aaron Ramsey. So they put that bid in. No, well, they put a bid in of about 16 million. I said, no way. Like, he's a youngster. He's still 19 years old. This guy's going to go places. Sky Bet Championship for now, but he definitely would have played games this season. I wouldn't have loaned him out either. But I pretty much put it as a joke. Offer me 50, you can have him. They lowered it. And they came to 35 million, and I was just like, it's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And I just thought about it from a club point of view. We were 90 million in pretty much debt, according to the balance. So I was like, we need to make money somehow. And I just thought, you know what, let's do it. Let's just sell him. Even though he's probably going to make it for the big time. Maybe like in the end we could push Grealish back up to the cam, and then he could have played the Mazzella role, because he was a bit of a natural Mazzella, Mazzala, whatever you want to call it. He's a very good player. Got some good stats especially for the Mazzala role, I think. Except from finishing, although we would have put him on support. Yeah, so he's had a few gaps in his game as well. That's another thing. But obviously he's only 19, so future England player in my opinion. But we've sold him 35 million. It's a lot of money. I couldn't turn it down, despite him being coming through the Villa academy. So he's actually a homegrown club player, which you need in the Premier League in your squad. Luckily we've got Grealish, and we've got Ramsey's. Well, we've got another Ramsey in the squad. I'm guessing this is his brother. I'm not sure if you can find out. But I don't think you can. No. We've got another. Yeah, we've got Josh Ramsey, I think, in the Villa squad. But yeah, either way, hopefully that Ramsey can make it. He's just as good by the looks of it. But anyway, moving on. Keenan Davis, again. I like him in real life, despite him being very injury prone, but I do like him. I think in real life we've actually just triggered an option to keep him on for another season, which is good. We sold him to Bolton. Good signing for Bolton. Where are Bolton now? Still in League 2. So yeah, he's going to League 2. This guy can do things in League 2, in my opinion. Definitely. It would be a good signing for Bolton. They'll probably get promoted this season. Jed Steer, because we saw Kalinic, I was like, right, we'll keep Jed Steer. He's a good sub-goalie. Then I thought, you know what? He wanted to go 1 for 1. Plus 2. Kind of deserves it, doesn't he? He's been at Villa for a long time now, and he's barely played in the games. He came in to pretty much save us in that in our playoff campaign in the Championship. So, you know, he basically helped us get up, and then we just sort of binned him off again. So I feel a bit sorry for him. So we decided to sell him. And he's going to Wigan. He'll probably be their starting goalkeeper in the Championship. Steve Bruce knows him as well, so that's pretty much decent. Russian Heppen Murphy, he was going to leave at the end of the season anyway on a free. I just offered him out like a few days before the end of the season. And then someone came and offered 30k for him. I was like, fine, I may as well take the 30k rather than the £0. So he's gone as well. Again, another youngster who never quite pushed it the whole way through. Next big one is Trezeguet. He's gone to Ufa. I don't know how to pronounce that, in Russia. He's gone to Russia. Good player on his day. In real life, I don't really like him. I think he's more of a... I don't know. I don't think he's Premier League, put it that way. But yeah, it just doesn't fit our system. He says he can makeshift, play a wing back, but his tackling stats are terrible, so he's never going to do it. I think we're still paying a tiny bit of his wage, else he was never going to leave. And he was valued at about 20 million when we did sell him. He's now valued at that much, so we've done well to get just under 10 million for him. Next one, Wesley. Again, I think we're paying a chunk of his wage as well, but I think we're paying about... I think he was on 50k. I think we're paying about 10k of his wage, but I wanted him gone. He's never going to play. May as well not have a guy just sat there using all the wage. So he's gone to St. Pauli? Yeah, one of them. Josh King, he was a revelation for me last season. He scored our vital goals for us. He scored 9 goals in the whole last season, but I'd say about 7 of them came under me in the last... I think I only had 9 games with Villa at the end of last season. So he scored a chunk for me, a fair big chunk of goals to help keep us in the Premier League. But because he's 30, he'll be turning 31 this season. time to go, pretty much. I don't like having players with a 30-year-old over 28 or older, pretty much. I don't like having. So, let's just sell him. Let's try and get some money for him. It took a while for the teams coming in for him because he was on about 60k. So I think again we're paying some of his wage, only a small bit, but he's gone. Good player on his day, but he's gone as well. Carlos Rodriguez, again, the board were really unhappy with this one. He's obviously a good player, but I don't play deep line playmaker. I don't play the advanced playmaker. I do play the Mazzala, so he could have done a job there. To be fair, looking at it now, it looks alright there. If you put on support, yeah. But he was on a big chunk of wage again as well. And Gonch probably could have done a role in Gonch, but I've got a decent Gonch player now. To be fair, we didn't need to sell this guy, but someone off Leipzig got for 21 million. And then again, I came back to the finances and I thought we need the money to sort the finances out. Let's just do it. I could probably get a cheaper replacement. But yeah, so he's gone as well. One of our centre-backs, Jordan Osorio, Venezuelan centre-back. He'll be turning, well, at the end of the season, he'll be turning 29. Still got time left, I suppose, but he is a ball-playing defender, but with 8 vision, I thought, nah, if someone bids for him, he can go. And someone did bid for him in the end. Deportiva have landed the man for just under 8 million. So that's one of the defenders gone. El Ghazi came back off his loan from Parma, and he's gone to the Netherlands, by the looks of it. El Ghazi's gone back to the Netherlands. Yeah. I don't think he was ever going to play for us. He could have done a job up top, maybe, but he's never at the standard that we want, according to our staff and scouts. So, and he's injury prone, apparently. So yeah, we made a big chunk of money. This guy's just a youth player going out. We made a big chunk of money, pretty much all the way down to Hepburn Murphy. It's all been money coming into the club from transfers. 129 million made is quite an absurd amount of money. And we've only spent 74 million. I think how many is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 players leaving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 players coming in. Not all of them are for the starting squad. Some of them are, I think, one of them. Maybe it's 2 of them are for our under 23s sort of thing. So we'll do them in date order. I think these are the ones that came through first. Matias Rojas signed in. Where do I sign him from now? Racing Club, Argentine Premier Division. My scouts found him. I've been scouting South America as much as I can because I know they've got some decent players. He can either play Mazzala, as we put it on support, despite him having decent finishing. Tackling lets him down, work rate lets him down a bit, but the rest are alright. He's probably going to be more of our Enganche. Just ignore the balance. That's why I'm saying Rodriguez is probably a better player here, but he's on cheaper wages, and we bought him for quite cheap. And the scouts say he's better than Rodriguez was. So, yeah, say about what you will, but he can. Bob, he probably won't be starting. He's probably going to be cover for now. We'll see what he can do. But we've got players in both positions, so for now he is actually just going to be a cover. So for a cover player, he ain't too bad because I think he's rated as he's a good player for most Premier League sides according to my staff. So I was happy with that one. Only 5 million. Next one is Sao Henrique from Atletico Madrid. It was leaving at the end on a free, but I just wanted to make sure we could get our man in before someone else snaps him up. 180k is barely anything in football money. I don't know why his stats going down. He's been playing really well in the friendlies, but I think these stars will start to go back up. I think in no time he'll at least be a good or leading player for Sky Bet Championship teams. His stats are good, so I don't know why they're all going down, but he's doing well for me. He's slightly better rated than Matt Target is as a left back, so again, he can either be used as cover or he can be our starting left back. I'm just going to let Matt Target and this guy battle it out pretty much at the left wing back position. But again, and it's depth, so we need more depth, especially because we sold a lot of players. What I've aimed to do is try to get 2 players per position, literally every single position. So like I've got 3 centre backs, I've got 2 for this, 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 and so on. So we've got depth everywhere in the squad, which is a very good thing. Next was Jordan Torun Agaria. It's probably horribly wrong, but a defender, ball-playing defender, pretty much to replace Azorio, who's the first one, signed from Hertha Berlin, £3 million. A little bit of a bargain, I think. Maybe not quite fully Premier League level yet, but he can definitely do a job, and he's more of a cover for now. And he's left-footed, so he can play left-back, probably can not do a job at left-wing back, but still. He's left-footed, we like a left-footed centre-back. Next is, I reckon, the big one. Lazaro. He's more. I think they said he was a winger, but then when I put it onto his striker role, advance forward, he pretty much suits everything. He's pretty insane, except from stamina maybe and work rate, the ones that are letting him down a tiny bit, but still they're decent. 2.5 star. When I signed him, he was 3 star. Some of the scouts say he's 3.5 star. I don't know which one it was, but yeah. Either way, he's gonna make it big time, I think. 11.25 million from. I don't actually know what this team's called. I'm just gonna call them FLA. You guys probably know what they're called. They're from the Brazilian league. I've been scouting Brazil from South America, and we found him. So I think this is the guy who was dubbed as. Yeah, so media comparison could be the next Ronaldo. As soon as I saw that, I pretty much just wanted to buy him straight away. So that's why we brought him. Hopefully, he can become the next Ronaldo. He's been doing extremely well in the friendlies with an 8.42 average rating and 9 goals. So hopefully, this guy is the next Ronaldo. I think in no time. Not too fair. He is already playing at Premier League level, so it's decent. Hopefully, he can get that 5-star potential pretty soon. I managed to tie him down to a pretty good contract as well. Except from the relegation release clause, but I don't think we're going to get relegated this season. I really don't. But yeah, he's a decent player. We've done well to get him, I think. No one else was really sniffing around him either, which I'm surprised about. But yeah, happy days. Next one, Casper Dahlberg. I'm sure you all know who this guy is. He's quite well known in real life, especially on FM as well. I know last season, was it the game before last season, he was a wonder kid which everyone signed. He was unbelievable. I think he was more of a complete fraud in that game. But he is our new deep line forward. Or he can play advanced forward. Probably more a natural. But Lazaro will have that role. This guy's going to play our deep line forward role. And again, we've got 2 very good strikers up top now. Let's just hope that they can stay fit. One player who won't come up on our transfer tab is Troy Parrott, because he basically signed last season. We've just extended his loan for this season. He's only on 10.5k a week. So I just thought, yeah, may as well get him in, bit of cover, and he can definitely do a job for us. Maybe playing in the cup games and stuff. But yeah, 2 very good strikers there. I'm happy with that. 18 million for Dahlberg, 11.25 million for Lazaro. And then we've got Jerome Onguene from Salzburg, 24-year-old Cameroonian, he's got 25 caps, which is good, so he's playing internationally. Heading could be a little bit better, but yeah, 6'3", he's a big man. Jumping reach is great. He's just solid. I think this guy is way better than what the scouts are trying to tell me he is. So we're going to play him in the middle, more of a defender and centre. I think he's going to be the centre defender in the middle, the big man. Big chunk of wage, but worth it in my opinion. We needed someone who's as good as this in the heart of the defence. 30 million for him. Next one was the goalkeeper we had on loan last season, but they already basically, I think they had a loan offer, then they made it mandatory to buy him at the end of the season. But cheap, 2.5 million, and I'm alright with him. He's got some good stats. I think next season will be the one where we probably try and better or improve on the goalkeeper situation. But he's alright. He can do a job in the Premier League, according to the staff. So yeah, happy with that. This one is just a youth player, which one of my head of youth signed. Don't know why. And obviously we sold Jed Steer and we sold Kalinic, so we needed a sub-goalie. Sam Johnson was on a free transfer, so I plucked him up. He's come back to Villa after all these years. He should never have left. Should never have left, mate. But yeah, he's barely played for West Brom. Who West Brom got on goal? Martinez. I think I'd rather have Sam Johnson. But yeah, so Sam Johnson is now our sub-goalie. Decent backup. So especially if he gets injured, Sam Johnson can definitely do a job and fill in. Next is another centre-back, 9.75 million. Again, South America from the Argentine League, River Plate. Lucas Martinez, quarter? Ball-playing centre-back, pretty much, if you put it on defend. Yeah, can do a big job. And his mentals are pretty insane. Same as Aguanes as well. 25 million he's worth. And we got him for 9.75. But again, on a big chunk of wage. I'm hoping the scouts are seeing this. I'm reading this a little bit wrong because I think he's way better than what the scouts are saying, according to his stats, put it that way. 26, still got a good few years left in him to play at the top. So, yeah, good signing in my opinion. Let's keep going. Pablo Maffeo is going to be our starting right back. Well, he's going to battle for the starting right back with Mania, I think it is. Signed him initially on loan from Stuttgart. Yeah, he's got some potential to get to 4-star. He's a decent for Premier League teams, so that's decent. But yeah, the contract we've offered is a loan for now, 150k per month, and on top of his wage. And then we've got the option to sign him at the end of the season for 11.5 million. I was really struggling to find wing backs. This is the only guy who I could really find. I wanted someone who had better crossing, but there was just no one within budget that we could sign. So we've gone for this guy. He's a very good option. And he'll battle it out for the right wing spot with Mania. So again, it's cover in every single area of the pitch. Next, this one was just a bit of a punt. I thought we needed a little tiny bit more cover just in the centre of the park, either a cam or centre mid. Again, this guy can probably play Mazzala, or he can play the Enganche. Yeah, it's just an all-rounder really. How much did we sign up for? 9.5 million from Anderlecht. So was that Anderlecht we signed it from? Must have been. Oh, it was only online there, yeah. So it's Benfica we signed it from. But yeah, it's got some very good stats. He's going to, at the moment, he's our starting Enganche. He's got 15, 15, 15, 16, 15, 14, 15, 17, 12 and 15. This guy is pretty insane for an Enganche. So that's where we're going to try and play him for now. Hopefully he does well there. And then the next is just a third goalkeeper. Who's, well, for now he's in our under-23 squad. Probably very good for the under-23s. Tiny bit of potential, but he's literally our third choice goalkeeper because we only have 2 goalkeepers in the senior squad. And he's 19, so he's young, potential. That's why we signed him. There we go. That wraps up our transfer window. How do you think we did? How do you think I did? Let me know in the comments if you think I did a good job. I think I've done good because, you know, again, we were 90 million sort of in the black, in the red, sorry. And I've pretty much tried to break even as much as possible without trying to, like, ruin any chances of staying up the season. I think we can do very well in the Premier League season this season. I don't think we will be in a relegation battle. Touch wood. So I think I've managed to improve the squad despite spending less than we've made. So I've done well all round. I've helped the club make money and our wages are much lower than they were. Despite that, I think we've got a better squad. Whew, let me breathe. Too many players. But yeah, we've got Tottenham in the first game of the season. So, interesting game. Arsenal won their first game. 1-0 away to Chelsea. It's a big result for them early on. So yeah, Tottenham away. It's probably going to be a hard game. Reminiscent of this season in real life. We played them first game of the season as well. Let's play this guy, despite he is left-footed, isn't he? Yeah. So we'll take Conser. Conser's broke his leg or foot? Broken foot. He's out for 2 to 3 months, which is a shame because he's a very good player in this game. I definitely want to start him as many times as possible. I want to try and get him into the England squad. So when he's back, hopefully he won't have lost many physicals because I know they can lose physicals when they're injured. But hopefully he'll be fine. We'll get him back straight back into the team. This is the other Ramsey guy I was on about. Again, he's got good potential. Not as good as the other Ramsey. I'm guessing they're brothers. I don't know. They could not be. Could be a complete lie. But again, he's a very good player. He's wanted. Like, that's fine. Although I think we should keep him at the club because, again, he is also a homegrown player at the club, which we need. If Grealish gets injured, we need someone else to be on the bench who is being homegrown by the club. So I think we need to keep him in and around sort of the club pretty much. So yeah, we're going with Pacheco in goal. This guy will play today because Conte is injured. Aguene is going to be the main man in the centre. And then we've got Martinez quarter. He's playing as our ball playing centre back on the right. So they don't really know each other yet, which could be dodgy. Pretty much got a very new team. I'm hoping they can gel together quite quickly. But we did manage to get most of the players in early, so I'm hoping that means something on this game. Maffeo is our new wing back, so he's starting today over Manea. Target will start because Henrique is injured. That's another thing. Henrique is massively injury prone, so I think I might look to get either another left wing back in, but probably only on loan because wages, and I don't want to completely screw over our finances after we've managed to fix them pretty much. John McGinn will be our ball winning. I know that's not his most natural role, and he's probably better than that, but on the game, I don't think he's as good on the game as he is in real life. So let's just put that into perspective. I know he can play the Mazzella very well, but Grealish also plays the Mazzella very well. And Grealish doesn't get as high ratings when he plays in the Enganche as he does as a Mazzella. So I'm seeing the Mazzella as the most important role in this team at the moment. It used to be a box-to-box, but I've changed it to a Mazzella. So yeah, I just want to see how it goes. So he's starting there. We've got Chiquinho is our new Enganche who'll be starting there. And then obviously Dahlberg and Lazaro up top. I'm excited, but, new team. Let's not expect too much straight away. They do want top half the season. They want me to finish in the top half of the Premier League, so it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. I've got nothing to lose. I've got faith. Boom. Let me click. Right. Let's do this. I need to take a drink to my mouth. My throat is so dry. I have to speak for so long. Tottenham have beaten 7 against Villa. Christ. I don't believe in that stuff. I definitely do. I'd rather have them available. Yeah. Just play, please. Just play. You're on the right stuff. We are. Let's do this. Right. We're 0-0. I'll probably take a 0-0 actually. If we could. McGinn, wax one forward. Yeah, I'm expecting big things from Lazaro this season. He's scored so many goals in pre-season. Couple of hat-tricks as well. So maybe he can do a big job for us this season. But we're doing alright. We are doing alright. Maffeo, it's a poor throw. Harry Kane still at Tottenham. Dele Alli's still there. Grealish as well though. Here's Lazaro. Come on. Damn. Just slow it down one. Actually, no, I'll keep it as it is. I like watching it quite quick. Yeah. Ryan Sessegnon just plodded one in. I bet he's a quality wing back, isn't he? It doesn't actually look like it, to be fair. Well. Sessegnon rifles one in. Pacheco is nowhere near it. Not good. Not good, Villa. Stat-wise, been doing too badly. Kind of equaling them. It's a very 50-50 game. Any instructions? Nope. They've got Maddison at Tottenham. They've got a very good team. Oh, God. Get it out. It's pinball. They've got Tenali as well. They've got an insane team. Target, well done. Come on, Lazaro. Use that pace. Be the next Ronaldo that you're supposed to be. Ronaldo never did that. Win the ball. Does that begin? No. Everton, well done, Maffeo. Oh, get lost. Get lost. We're going to send them off then. Oh, dear. Yeah, they've got a pretty insane team. But they're not playing Tenali as the deep line, which is weird. Let's go aggressive. Come on. Zaro. First touch seems to be letting them down quite a bit. Is offside. Offside. No. It was onside. It was onside. Who scored? Lazaro scored. Get in there. Oh, he's actually on. I thought he was miles offside. The lino's raising his flag. The lino raises the guy. Oh. What? So, it didn't actually come up saying VAR or anything. The lino raised his flag. That's why I said it was offside. That's weird. It looks like it was literally in line. He's timed it to perfection. Just as Ronaldo did back in his prime. I'm joking, by the way. Come on, let's not concede straight away. No! I don't actually trust Pacheco very much, but it's just we didn't have the money to replace him, so I thought, you know what, we'll keep him this season. Dahlberg, what can you do, son? Oh, unlucky. Any instructions there is. It's the corner to Villa. I will take this any day of the week. Lazaro. Consa scored a fair few goals in pre-season from corners, and now we're missing him, so that's a shame. Madison. Oh my days, did that cross the line? Pacheco, fair play to him. That's mad. Is it time for a change? John McGinn is not doing great. Just get Douglas on. He's on a 6 rating. Christ, get him off. Oh, Tottenham scored. Tottenham bloody scored. Out of fire. He always scores against us, I swear. That's poor. Oh, come on. What a poor goal to concede. Pinball. This is not great, boys. Christ. Should we get Rojas on? See what he can do. Let's just see. Come on, win the ball back. Let's get one more. Everton's in. One more, get creative. I think we might lose this one. Come on, boys. To be fair, their team is mad. Is mad good. Stats-wise, they deserve to win this game. I think we have lost it, boys. First game of the season. You never like to lose them, do you? But don't... Oh! Let's keep it 2-1. Looks much better. No, Kane, go away. God, Tonali. I can smell another goal. Well done, target. Well done. We take the positives, boys. We take the positives. Belly whistle. There we go. Right, we have lost, unfortunately. It is what it is. But I am pleased. That's why I'm telling my players I'm still pleased. We will take the positives out of that game. But yeah, I think we're doing all right. Again, in the comments, let me know how you think I did in the transfer window. How do you think we're going to do it this season as well, based on that performance? I think we're going to do all right. Tottenham have got a pretty insane team, to be fair. Heard of this guy as well. Yeah. Their player's very good. I didn't expect to win that game, but it would have been nice to get a draw. But it is what it is. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you think I did in transfer window. How do you think we're going to do in the Premier League this season? And obviously, if you haven't already done so, like the video. It massively helps me out. It's free. Same with subscribing. Please consider subscribing. And if you haven't already done so, press the notification bell so you never miss another episode. And yeah, that made me very happy. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.